What's going on, guys? Jesse here. Welcome back. This is a bit of an odd time for me to be shooting because it's at night, and if anybody has been here to Hawaii at night, especially on the tropical side, you'll hear these little chirping sounds. I'm not sure if it's coming through on the mic here, but koki frogs. They are rampant here. Not originally from here, but they're rampant, and they're really quite noisy for some people. I've gotten used to it. Anyways, welcome back, guys. That's kind of a long intro to say, hey, 2020 is at an end. We actually made it through. If you are watching this right now, you made it through 2020. Congratulations! Now, I know 2020 has been a challenging year for a lot of people. Yeah, I think challenging would be an understatement for, I guess, a lot of different reasons. It's also been an interesting year with a lot of weird things that have gone on. I don't need to elaborate on that. Interesting, weird, challenging, all of the above. Now, with all that comes, at least how I feel, is opportunity. Because if we're not growing, we're dying. So let's do our best to try and dig up those little tiny gems, the silver lining, if you will, in the experiences, and let's try to learn from those experiences and progress, grow, become better people, become better versions of ourselves into 2021. At the beginning of the year, I was in Japan, and I was under the impression that I was going to be there, that I was being called to go to Japan because I was meant to live there. So that set up a whole ton of expectations. And that actually ties into the first lesson that I learned this year, was managing expectations. So up until September of last year, I was in New Zealand. And as my time was coming to an end, I had this really strong calling to go back to Japan. If you have watched my previous videos, you'll know that I've talked about this before. So when I got that calling to go to Japan, I thought that the reason why I was being called to go back there was because I was meant to live there. And that's what started this whole train of expectations. Now, reality was definitely far from my expectations. As you can probably tell, I'm in Hawaii listening to koki frogs talking to you. So what does this have to do with managing expectations? You see, I was disappointed. I was so disappointed, and I was also so depressed when I had to leave and I had to come back here to Hawaii. I know, such a problem to have. I needed to come back to Hawaii. For many of you, that's probably like a dream come true. But I was so disappointed because the reality that I had wanted, my dream to live in Japan again, didn't pan out. And so that was when I really learned to start to manage my expectations. I realized that, okay, this is why I get disappointed. I shifted my awareness from focusing on the future, which is what expectations are. It's focusing on a future outcome. I switched my focus from there to being in the moment and just enjoying each moment for what it is, and telling myself that, hey, what if this opportunity that I'm experiencing right now, what if this connection that I'm experiencing with this person right now is exactly what I need to be experiencing for my growth? Now, that's not to say that I can't have goals, because having a goal and having an expectation, two separate things. I'm gonna go into that in a future video, so stay tuned for that. So that kind of ties into the next lesson that I learned, and that is follow my heart. You see, when I was living in expectation, I was all up here. I was being consumed by the mind, and I was really disconnected from here. And when I learned to come back into my heart and to trust the guidance of my heart, I found that everything worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. Now that's not to say things still weren't challenging, and that's not to say that things always worked out exactly the way I wanted it to, ties back into expectations, but it always worked out. If there's any proof that things have worked out for me up until now, you're looking at it. I've got a roof over my head. I have food in my belly. I am in Hawaii. I have people that love me and I love them who I'm surrounded by. Even if they're not here, I have people all over the globe who I've had a chance to connect with, who I love and care about. If that isn't a sign that things have worked out, then I don't know what is. So I've learned to follow that. And through following my heart, I've also been fortunate enough to have uncovered enough to have really tapped into what it is that I feel like I'm meant to do here on this planet. Like, I'm at the stage now where I really want to step into my power and own my truth. And to not only own it, but to speak it, because that's been a major problem for me, is that I've had a major fear of speaking my truth. It's like every time I have an opportunity to actually set a boundary or speak my truth, I feel like I'm being choked in a way where I can't get any words out. So it's been really helping me to clear this blockage right here by tapping into my heart so that I can share my truth. Which ties into lesson number 3, which is own my truth, and my truth is not up for debate. Now, this is another topic where I'm gonna make another video for, is how to actually authentically speak your truth. Because this has taken me a long time. I have dealt with anger issues. I am the type that actually implode a lot of the time, but then also some people have been unfortunate to be on the receiving end of when I explode. I'm sorry for when that happened, but yes, there's a lot of heat inside of me. So that was a huge lesson right there, and I have a feeling that that is going to continually get challenged in 2021. Thanks, universe. So through all of that, I've really gotten a chance to understand more of myself and go deeper into myself and all the areas that I've been holding myself back. And that leads into the 4th and final lesson that I've learned in 2020. Actually, there's way more lessons than just 4. However, let's keep it to just 4. The 4th lesson that I learned is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. It's like that cliche saying. Up until now, I've been focusing so much on having people try to understand me. Like, I haven't felt understood, and that brings up anger, and that brings up resentment. One level up from that, I feel like I've taken a step up, is to seek to understand what had that person do that thing that caused me to get triggered. Because if it's me getting triggered, then that is my kuleana. Kuleana is responsibility in Hawaiian. So yeah, that's my responsibility. If it's in me, it's my responsibility, and I can choose to do. And I can choose to be constructive with it and to have a win-win situation, or I can be destructive with it. Now, I learned this through my life coaching certification, just to continue to ask more questions about the person, understand them, understand the situation. I found that I was able to have more sympathy and more empathy for the person I was relating to, because I was able to see, oh, it's because you had this experience when you were a child, and you're hurting on the inside. So that response right there, did it come from that hurt part of you? Yes? Damn, I get that, I understand that now. That alone, that last lesson alone, has taken the level of depth of connection with people in my life to a whole nother level. It's not even on the same playing field, it's like on a different dimension. I feel like I'm able to connect more with people on a deeper, more authentic level. So yeah, those are the 4 major lessons that I've learned this year that I really wanted to share with you, because yes, I know this year has been really interesting and weird and challenging and intense for a lot of people. There are a lot of people who have had to go through a lot of hardship to get to where they are right now. And I want to acknowledge you watching this now. If you are watching this, you made it. You made it through whatever challenge that you went through in 2020. You made it to the point where you are able to actually watch this and take this in. That's huge. That's an accomplishment right there. I really wanted to share this at the end of 2020 because I believe that 2021 is going to be a kick-ass year. I am so excited for it. I am so excited for it. Age of Aquarius. I can't wait to experience what 2021 has to offer. And I look forward to sharing it with you. So thank you for watching this, and thank you for not giving up and making it this far. I look forward to connecting with you in the comments. Let me know what some of your lessons were down below. If you found this video helpful, then give it a like. It really does help to grow this channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you in 2021. Hope you have an awesome New Year's. Stay safe in mind, body, and spirit. Stay healthy. Yeah. Later, guys.